Right, Paul, a very quick turnaround. Second game in 4 days. Yeah. Firstly, just what's the health of the squad like going into Adelaide tomorrow?
Yeah, actually pretty good. Everyone's kind of come back in pretty good space. We had a pretty light session today, but yeah, no extra things to worry about. Everyone that kind of came back in, like Kate, got through well, and yeah, so we're still on plan, and things are looking good for tomorrow. So yeah, we're no extra injuries or anything like that, so it's been good.
Is Kate able to start now, or is she still on reduced minutes?
Yeah, still probably reduced minutes, but I think available to start. So we've got that option if we want to take it, which is good. Yeah, so from that point of view, she'd come through the game well, and it's been great having her back. You know, she's. I thought she made a big impact when she come on and gave us a lot of kind of certainty on the ball and kind of got on the ball heaps. So yeah, we've missed her. I think it was kind of evident. We've missed her over a few weeks now, so it's nice to have her back in the squad and available again. Another
player you've missed is your captain, Adelaide Longo. Any chance she features tomorrow?
No, I don't think so. Things are just taking a little bit longer than I think we all wanted and expected, which is a shame for Annalie because it's obviously been a frustrating time for her, but she's doing everything she can to try and get back on the pitch for the team. I know she's desperate to be out there. But yeah, it's just a few little setbacks in the return to play, which is a shame. But we'll just keep pushing and see if we can have her available maybe for the weekend or the game after that.
Given it is the second game in 4 days and you've got 3 games in 8 days, is there going to be a bit of rotation amongst the squad?
Yeah, I think it's just the balance, isn't it, between kind of trying to keep some freshness. So there'll be some kind of players coming in to start that didn't start on Sunday, and we need that freshness, but at the same time we obviously need to make sure that we're doing our job and getting the 3 points now. So yeah, it's just getting the balance right between the two, and yeah, hopefully that's my job. Got to try and get that right and get the freshness out there so we still have the energy to play how we want to play tomorrow night, but also kind of keep an eye on people that have been building up a lot of minutes, and so there'll be a little bit of rotation.
Yeah, how much of a balancing act is that, given that, as you mentioned, you need 3 points to stay alive?
Yeah, it is a balancing act. It's a hard thing because you're sort of making educated guesses. It's not an exact science about minutes, and you're just not sure how the game goes. I mean, like if you take Sunday's game versus Perth last Friday, 2 totally different games tactically. So we did a lot of counter-attacking and running in the Perth game, less running in the Sydney game because there was a little bit more structure and less counter-attacking, but it doesn't mean that they weren't working as hard. So you've got to kind of try and get all that data, and you've got to try and process it all and make sure that your kind of numbers all stack up. And yeah, like especially with Mariana and with Kate, who have kind of come back from injury, it's just like reintegration of them and their numbers and making sure that that's managed well.
Do you feel you owe Adelaide one after what happened over in South Australia before Christmas?
Yeah, well, it's probably not their fault, so it probably feels like like owing them one feels like something like bad against them. It's definitely not that, but I think we feel that was like a huge missed opportunity. It's probably one of the best first halves we've played of the season in terms of creating opportunities to score, and we should have really been out of sight, and it came back to bite us, and ultimately, we're now on the edges and the fringes because of situations like that, and it's not just that Adelaide game, but a few games where I think we'll look back on and have to learn as a team, okay, these are the games that we should have put away, and chances that we should have put away could have made a big difference to where we're sitting currently, and we're on the outer at the moment, and we could maybe even already be in if we'd have managed some of those situations better, and Adelaide's the big one that kind of sticks out, I guess. So look, I think there's definitely a sense of there's something to prove, and we'll want to kind of like get one back. But I think there's also that kind of thing in this league where everyone's just beating everyone. Like, I'm actually genuinely like really surprised at how many points everyone has. The bar is really high, like to get into the 6, and I think it just shows you how strong and competitive this league is. And you go into the next 2 games, and on the table they're the 2 teams at the bottom of the table, but like they're so close to us, and we're just slightly above them, so there's not a lot in it. So I think everyone's capable of beating everyone. We're going to need to be on our game. They've got some good players, and to a sense they've got nothing to lose either, so they'll come with energy, so we've got to be ready for that, and it will still be a tough test for us for sure.
is there still belief you can, pull off a bit of a miracle now and make that top 6?
Yeah, look, I think there's belief in what we're doing and the games that we've got coming up and the final 3 matches and us being able to win those final 3 matches. I think we believe in ourselves that we can do that. We started the season round 2, 3 and 4 with 3 wins in a row, so we can finish it with 3 wins in a row. So I think in-house there's that belief. Obviously, like, we don't control what happens on Saturday with the other 2 teams, and so ultimately, like, we're going to need things to go in our favour and the football gods to work for us a little bit, which is a shame because we really wanted that result on Sunday so that we could keep things in our own hands. So it's a little bit out of our control, but we can only focus on what we can do, and that's win these last 3 games. And if that puts us in a position, hopefully on the last day, to compete with Western Sydney, that would be an awesome way to finish.